Hello.
Hi there. I am Keith.
And I am Dell.
And we are Renjeaux, and we listen to cool albums. Dell, what are we listening to today?
Peter Gabriel, Us, from 1992.
Yeah. Classic album. So powerful. We love us some Peter Gabriel.
Yes, we do.
This is the first Peter Gabriel album that we're listening to.
Yes, it is.
On the show. Of course, you know.
This is what he looked like in...
Me and you were listening.
1982. Look at that.
92.
Look at that. That was wrong. This is what he looked like in 1992.
Oh.
Forgive my graphics.
That's okay. Well, that's 19. If he looked like that in 82, then he still looked pretty dang good.
I've lost track of my decades over the years, so...
Well, we do, I think, have a bias towards 1980, the early 80s,
We do.
I think, late 70s.
I'm afraid
So
you're right.
this is why this album, I think, is kind of a standout for us. It's a 1992 album. It's not for me and you. Yes, us and Peter Gabriel, all of it, all three of us. You know. In fact, that's us three right there in the picture, isn't it? Down there in the bottom.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
the bald guy on the left, and you're the bald guy on the right, and that's Peter there.
You're playing stick, and I'm playing guitar. Great. I like it.
Right. Oh, no. So this is, I mean, it's a cool album. It's actually among my least favorite Peter Gabriel albums.
But that's like saying,
which,
you know, what's your least favorite pizza, man?
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I know. Exactly. So,
What ice cream do you like less than other ice creams?
Yeah, exactly. So this is a cool album. It's classic, you know. It's classic Peter Gabriel, and it's you know, it really kind of pretty much leaves off logically and sonically, I think, from right where So left off. Right, so his biggest selling album from 1986. Right? Am I not right? Am I saying
no? That's just
something wrong?
You say so quickly.
So
and us so quickly.
Oh, sorry. Well, and you know,
You should
I'm sure Peter,
go back and watch when Martin, the singer for Coldplay, gave him the talk for the
Rock Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. He talked about how he named his albums and all that.
Oh, okay. I know, really. Well, I'm sure Peter loved it because he didn't name his albums up until his first named album is So. Right. From 1980s. His first 4 albums were not named. They were just Peter Gabriel, right?
Right.
So he's like, well, if I have to name my album, then I'll name it.
The joke was, Peter, your first 4 albums were called Peter Gabriel. And he goes, so?
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and then I guess he's kind of sort of going mainstream here now. Us is actually an album about relationships, pretty much, you know. Right. So there's actually a kind of a theme, you know, on this album. So should we jump in and start listening?
Yeah, and I think this first song
is a long album.
Is really about him supposedly talking to his younger daughter.
Teenage daughter, Melanie, yeah. Apparently who was teenage boys, you know, they tend to start thinking their parents are not so cool. I mean, my God, if Peter Gabriel was my dad, I'd been, whoa, my dad is Peter Gabriel.
Sure, maybe.
maybe not.
That's why we put these people on pedestals, because we don't know them that well.
That's true. Yeah. So the cool wheelie and pipes, the Scottish bagpipes.
Oh, he loves bagpipes. Peter always loves bagpipes.
Biko.
Wretched desert takes its form, the jackal proud and tight.
classic Peter Gabriel melodies.
I feel my way through the slowest evening night.
Like maybe his openers, heavy percussion, like Red Rain.
Yes. But the drums are buried way back behind all the beds and synths.
Come down, come talk to me. The swirling, curling storm of desire, unuttered words hold fast.
You know, I've never listened to the words to this song until today, earlier today. Pretty cool.
Darkness creeps in like a thief and offers no relief. Why are you shaking like a leaf? Come on, come talk to me.
So sweet, you know. I love that. That's like the only line I know.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sinead O'Connor singing the high harmony. I love that harmony. It's just like.
There are girl singers on So. Is this the first album with female singers? At least as prominent. They've never been this prominent.
Kate Bush.
Oh, yeah.
Kate Bush on. Right?
Sorry.
Don't give up.
Yeah. Oh, and Games Without Frontiers.
But other than that. And then Kate also sings on the third album.
Games Without Frontiers, yeah.
Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to me.
Okay. Now the drums are kind of like, now we're hearing them, right?
Yeah.
Like the keyboards stopped, that big pad of synth stopped.
Suck shadow milk from sleepy tears under. From nipple skin, as smooth as silk, the bugles blown.
I'm not sure what he's talking about here. I mean, nippled skin.
You lie there with your eyes half closed, like there's no one there at all.
That's very teenager daughter right there.
There's a tension building on your face. Come on, come talk to me. Won't you please talk to me? You just talk to me. Unlock this misery.
Unlock this misery.
If you only talk to me.
Love the harmonies.
Don't you ever change your mind. Now your future's so defined, and you act so deaf, so blind. Come on, come talk to me. Come talk to me.
Here we go again.
Come talk to me.
The Bulgarian women's folk choir that Kate Bush uses.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. He uses so many musicians on this album.
Imagine the moment, breaking out to the silence, all the things that we both might
There's
say.
Sinead again.
Yep.
And the heart, it will not be denied. Till we're both on the same dance side, all the barriers blown away.
I love that. That's a nice voice, a nice verse.
Talk to me. Won't you please
Manu slamming those snares.
talk to me? Just like it used to be. Come on, come talk to me. I did not call to steal. It's so unreal. When you show me how you feel now. Come on, come talk to me. Come talk
discovered him and then produced a record by him. And, you know, Real World Records, man.
Yeah.
They... Beautiful. This is a cool song. I always like this song. It's a straight ahead kind of rockin' Peter Gabriel classic, you know, Peter Gabriel jam and rock song. Great melodies, you know, great groove.
Recorded at Real World Studios.
Yeah.
What a beautiful place.
Peter Gabriel's, oh my God, he went all out. And
I love it. I love the outdoors part of it too. Have you ever, you can actually go there on Google Maps. And take a tour.
Yes, I have. Well, you know, I mean, the Real World has, they're such masters of multimedia and media in general, photography, of course, you know, I mean, Peter Gabriel is not just a musician. He's a performance artist and a life artist.
And the unity brings people together. That room in the bottom right, I believe, is his own little sanctuary there with his keyboards and everything that he uses. That's my understanding when I got the photo from it. But this main room on the left, that's where everything is. Basically, I mean, when bands go and record there, they all record in the same room as the control room, and everything is just all done right there together.
Yeah, I've seen live shows there where, you know, they bring in, you know, those Real World weekends or Real World weeks or whatever, where Peter brings in people from all over the world and they all jam together, and then there's like 5 video camera guys and, you know, all live audience. And I mean, man, this dude, he was in his prime for this album.
So Daniel Lanois produced this album, and he produced So.
Yep.
So
you mean us?
And he provides he plays, sings, and does a lot of extra work on this as well. Let's go on to Love to Be Loved. Boom.
Yeah. Now I heard that Lanois and David Bottrill, who is kind of Real World's technician, engineer, technologist genius, were tasked with like listening to like over 200 hours of recordings and copy pasting snips to build the actual songs.
And the album,
You know.
This is Love to Be Loved. This whole album begins about relationships and pulls and the pushes of relationships. I really like this song because of the lyrics as much as anything.
So what do you get from the lyrics?
It's
I mean,
we all want to be loved. We all love to love, but we really want to be, you know, it's like we're all selfish about our relationship.
The receiving.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he's even kind of pushing it a bit over kind of just the need into the codependency, I think. You know? Or maybe they're the same, need and codependency.
But we don't realize it sometimes till we're halfway into the middle of it, how much it's about us.
Yeah, it's true. You know, I mean, it's good. It is good to love for sure. But yeah, I think, you know, I mean, we all love to be loved, man. That's why we go get massages and, you know, go see therapists. You know, pay for that.
I cry the way a baby cries.
Yeah, they crave their mother's touch and attention. Yep. It's a cool line. Words, they climb all over you until they uncover you. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what that means.
Last line, it was about like therapy. Take therapy to uncover. Can't hide it.
Yeah, maybe have somebody else kind of spit out to you what you're saying.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Here, I love this part right here. Well,
I love to be loved.
one more verse.
Oh, I love to be loved.
I like this little pause.
This
I think that's
old familiar
really a cool
craving.
transition.
I've
This is-
been here before.
This takes me back to like Family Snapshot or something.
I'm saving
yeah.
anymore.
Something that kind of stops essentially.
Let it pass, let it go, let it leave.
It just builds
From the
tension.
deepest place I grieve. This time
Keyboards,
I believe.
I love
Kick
this.
drum.
When I let go.
I love that. One of my favorite parts of the album right there.
And I let go. I can't let go of it.
What he can't let go of?
Though it takes all the strength and
Can't let go of the need to
and
be
all the
loved.
work.
You have to let go of it.
Oh.
I'm losing such
able to love
a
others.
central part of me. I can't let go of it.
Of course.
You know I mean it. You know
At least that's what I get out of it.
mean it.
No, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
How
The
much
need to be loved. Trying to let go of it, but I can't.
Cause I love to be loved. Yes, I love to be loved.
I mean, this is just pure honesty, just the way I see it.
I love to be loved.
Yep.
Yes, I love.
I mean, as much as we think Peter Gabriel is the
I love
all-giving to everybody, he's just being real honest that I have these needs and these desires.
I
that are
love to
selfish.
be loved. I love to be loved.
At least that's what I get out of this song. That's why this is
Yes, I
This song is-
love to be loved.
one of my favorite, and that section I was talking about is like one of my favorite parts in this album. So
Cool. Yeah, it does harken back to me to, I think it's the third album. One, maybe not Family Snapshot, but
yeah, that's on the
one of
third
those
album.
songs on the third album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Family
but
Snapshot
I mean,
is.
maybe not that song, but yeah. So yeah,
or
cool
lay,
song.
lay Your Hands on Me on the fourth album kind of was like that too. It would stop down and then get huge. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's from the third album. Yeah, this song is cool. This is another Sinead O'Connor duet.
Yeah, pretty much. I could see it
Yeah,
put that way. Yeah,
you know.
because she's even more prominent in this than
Man
when she
and a Woman.
on Come Talk to Me. Yeah,
This is one of my favorites on the album.
this is kind of the Don't Give Up for this album.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. The lyrics are different, but yeah, the mood is kind of a slow ballad, you know. This one, the lyrics are pretty deep, man.
I caught sight
They
of
just-
my reflection. I caught it in the window. I saw the darkness in my heart. I saw the signs of my undoing.
I love that classic.
They had been there
Uses his head
from
voice
the
there, flips
start.
the head voice.
And the darkness still has work to do. The knotted cords untying.
Knotted cords
The
untied.
heated and the holy, oh, they're sitting there on high, so secure with everything they're buying. In the blood of Eden, lie the woman and the man.
Beautiful.
The man and the woman, and the woman and the man. In the blood of Eden, lie the woman and the man. We want in the union.
religious.
Surely slipping.
Christian.
I think I've lost my hold. Yes, I think I've lost my hold. I cannot get insurance anymore. They don't take credit.
Sounds like me then.
Only gold. Is that a dagger or a crucifix I see? Hold so tightly in your hand.
I believe this was actually a single.
And all the while the distance grows between you and me.
Beautiful song. I mean, it is one of my favorites. I've loved it since the beginning.
Is that Peter singing high?
That floating in his head voice. Yeah. Of course, this high part here is Sinead O'Connor, right? But you know, there's several singers on this album. Could be somebody else. It sounds like Peter, but
Yeah, I was trying to look for others giving credit in this track, and I can't find any.
Of my request,
That real
you take me in
Lenoir goes, get right on the mic.
I am floating
so this one
away.
is this nice little break. It's,
Yeah.
I think he's remembering how beautiful the relationship used to be, maybe.
Holding still for a moment.
Totally changes.
Well, right.
Getting back into it.
What a moment.
Like he had been divorced.
This is.
Now here, check this out.
Oh,
Oh wait, not yet.
moment of forgetting. A moment of bliss.
Here we go, Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
Such a Peter Gabriel wail, man. God, the dude can wail.
I can hear the distant thunder of a million unheard souls. Of a million unheard souls.
In a distant thunder of a million unheard souls.
Watch each one reach for creature comfort. For the filling of their holes. In the blood of Eden.
Not sure exactly what he means by the filling of the
The
holes.
woman and the man, the man and the woman, and the woman and the man in the blood of Eden. Lie, the woman and the man, we wanted the union. Oh, the woman and the man in the blood of Eden. Lie, the woman and the man. I feel the man in the woman, and the woman in the man, in the blood of Eden.
Beautiful.
Lie, the woman and the man. I feel the man in the woman, and the woman in the man, in the blood of Eden.
We have done everything we can in the blood of Eden. So we end as we began, with the man and the woman, and the woman and the man. It was all for the union. Oh, the union of the woman and the man.
Sweet song. Beautiful. That's kind of the Mercy Street of this album, I think.
Oh, Mercy Street was on the B side of that, by the way.
Really?
I just had to do this because yeah, this real, and then it just goes bam.
Yep. And this is the sledgehammer of this album.
Yeah.
I think he's got the hots for this chick, man. He thinks this chick knows everything, right? He thinks the chick thinks she knows
Right.
everything.
What are the
But she don't know herself, according to the story.
Picking up.
Right. Yeah, you know all this stuff, but I know you.
Give me steam. And how you feel can make it real. Real as anything you see. Get alive with the dreamer's dream. You know your culture from your trash.
Know your culture from your trash.
You know your plastic from your cash.
Plastic from your cash.
When on the side of the track, you know the way back.
But I know you.
There are real horns on this.
You know your stripper from your paint.
You know your stripper from your paint.
You know your sinner from your saint.
Singing from your saint.
Whenever heaven's doors are shut, you get them open, but I know you. Give me steam, and how you feel can make it real. Real as any place you be. Get alive with the dreamer's dream. Stay back.
The horns, you know. And David Rhodes wailing on that.
I mean, you said this is like the sledgehammer of this album. I like this song a lot better than Sledgehammer.
Can't you see I've lost control?
It's like the drive of
I'm
it.
getting indiscreet. You're moving in so close, and I'm picking up.
It's a jammer, man.
This heat. This heat. Give me steam. I'm how you feel can make it real. Real as anything you've seen. Get alive with the dreamer's dream. You know your green from your red. You know the quick from the dead. So much better than the rest. You think you'd be blessed, but I know you. You know your letter from your snake. You know the throttle from the brake. You know your straight line from a curve. You've got a lot of love, but I know you. Give me steam. I'm how you feel can make it real. Real as any place you've been. Get alive with the dreamer's dream.
Dude, rapping.
Everybody knows style. Hold your
Peter Gabriel rapping.
counter vibe, act slap, booby trap, cover it up in bubble wrap, room shake, earthquake, find a way to stay away. It's gonna blow, it's gonna break. This is more than I can take. Oh yeah,
Hell yeah, did he say oh? Oh
I
yeah.
need steam. Feel the steam around me.
He's got the hots for this chick.
Turning up the heat when I start to feel my life to you, moving everything. Won't you step into this cloud of steam?
There's a Leon Noxentelli. It's given credit for Epiphone guitar. I mean, Rose is given credit too. That's why I was wondering if that was the Epiphone doing that main riff. Don't know. There's so many sounds going on in this album that it's like...
Oh, my God. There's like 100 players on credited on this album. It's crazy. I mean, no surprise. You know, this was in the height of the real world when he was bringing musicians from all over the world and producing them. And so, you know, those WOMAD shows and so it's like, okay, here, can you come in and just sing with the chorus on this song?
Right.
This is one that's got a whole bunch of musicians on it. This is my favorite song on the album right here.
Wow. It's grown on me.
It's just got that beat. What Tony Levin does. It's got a 1, 2, 3. So it's just an unusual beat, unique sounds.
Right.
You know, all the little sounds going on, the keyboard stuff, the atmosphere. What's he doing? And that's Ayu Ogata singing the main melody right there. I love what Tony Levin does is his fretless on this, or maybe his stick or something, whatever.
He's never given credit for stick, so I'm assuming it's bass.
Sounds fretless. Yeah. And that's Ayuba got it. I love this part, that melody. I saw Ayuba got it. He went from Real World to Windham Hill.
Oh, okay.
And then Shane finally resolved now.
It wasn't in the words that kept sticking in their throats. It wasn't with the angels in their quilted coats. These bedded wings still kick up dust.
This was the first song. No, it wasn't. This was, I heard me digging in the dirt.
Seduced by the noise and the bright things that glisten. I knew all the time I should shut up and listen. And finding my way home from the great escape.
It's like he's been on tour and he's trying to get back to his lover.
Further on I go.
When she was dating Rosanna Arquette at this
time. I know I can find. Oh yes, breathing. Oh yes, sleeping. Oh yes, dreaming. Oh yes, I hear you calling me. Yes, I hear you calling me. Home from the great escape. Yes, I can read you loud and clear.
David, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like this song is so rich. The backwards guitar or something.
Further on I go, oh, the less I know. Friend or foe, there's only us.
Oh, Levin. Love that lick, man. Oh.
That's pretty wild.
This is kind of like walking on the moon, just like this, like. It's just the most atmospheric song on the album. I mean, there's a lot of atmosphere on this album, but this is out there.
Those little bells.
Yeah.
Further on I go, oh, the less I know I can find. Only us breathing, only us sleeping, only
step it into a straight three shuffle here. I'm home again. Home again. Yeah. Great melodies. And then when Tony Levitt's like, what are you doing, dude?
Give them all the room in the world to do this.
Totally. It's like such a. And there's David Rhodes holding down that rhythm lick, right? And Ayub Abada comes back with his oboe whittleba. Who knows who's singing? All the little sounds in there.
Yeah, I think that David Botrill had a lot to do with this, and Richard Blair is given credit for a lot of the programming.
Richard Blair, I don't know Richard Blair. There's a lot of people giving credit on this song.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time, right there.
Imagine the patience. You know, that's what's great about having your own studio, like you know, the patience it takes to put an album like this together. There's no, yeah. This song could have taken weeks.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you visit it, you revisit it.
Right. You know, I think Pete would go and he'd be gone for a few weeks on tour or doing some, meeting some people in Africa or Southeast Asia or whatever. And, David Botrill and Daniel Lanois sifting through all these, hundreds of DAT tapes,
Right.
Okay, let's take this little bit from here and drop it in there.
It's almost like the old talk, laughing stock type approach, where he had endless tapes and tracks and put them together. It takes that much patience. I don't know if I have it, but it takes a lot. Wow.
Well, I mean, it's, any, say, like even a writer can tell you that the writing is not the work, right? You kind of brainstorm, you just kind of puke on the page, you get all your ideas out there. The work is in the editing.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me
so,
about it.
Post-production, you know that.
Yeah.
You're a post-production studio person yourself. Exactly.
So, I never know if this album was a side or anything, so I'm just moving on. Probably one of the more sparse tunes on the album.
Very.
This song here, okay, I know Peter Gabriel and Randy Newman became really good friends. And to me, this sounds like a Randy Newman song. Can you imagine the old man playing piano there, singing?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, it does sound like a Randy Newman.
Would you swallow me?
Yeah, I don't know. This is not my favorite on the album. It's just a little.
River, show me how.
Here, I'm inspired to show this photo of Peter on keys at the studio.
Feel like I'm
always with his tools around him. Apparently, this is from that same era.
I recognize that gray tempo there.
Yeah. Is that an MPC?
Yep.
Yeah, the Kai.
Sure is.
And of course, a Prophet 5 behind me.
Touch the ground.
Yeah. Classic Prophet 5. That's an Akai in the foreground.
Yeah. Oh. think so, yeah.
Going away.
What is this song?
I think it's about grief. I think he's grieving his
Separation?
the losses of his and he wants to move on. So he wants to wash, wants to cleanse that grief, move on. And it is emotional. It's emotional. I'm rarely in this emotion, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I was for several years after my divorce, but I guess I washed my grief away. I think this song could be a therapy, what is it when you unload
Your waters reach me like she reached me.
catharsis.
Yes, catharsis.
Right?
Yeah.
Letting
Catharsis.
go.
Right?
It's so hard the way it's hurting.
Letting go, right here, right?
This is very Randy Newman. That transition there is a very
So
Randy
tough to
Newman.
stay with this thing, 'cause if I follow through, I face what I deny. I get those hooks out of me, and I take out the hooks that I sunk deep in your
That's a bit
side.
though, it's falsetto.
Feel the fear of emptiness, loneliness I hide.
Peter's falsetto is still killing it on this.
River, oh, river,
Yeah. I love his falsetto. He uses it masterfully, man.
Yeah.
All the time.
something.
One of my favorite
Will let
things about his
me
singing.
get to sleep
Always.
in the washing of the water. Will you take it all away? Bring me something to take this pain away.
Okay, so this was the first song I heard on this album. I heard it on the radio on the way to college one day.
I think this was actually released before the album, possibly. Is
Yeah,
that true?
it was.
Yeah.
Yes, and I jumped all over it, man. This one and Only Yes to me are the best songs of the album. Just the most interesting.
Something in me, dark and sticky,
That
Love
is
the lyrics.
got
all
his
the time.
dark side going here.
Love it, love it.
The way you're dealing with this feeling, I can't go on like this too long.
Here we go.
This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. I told you.
I love the drums right here.
I told you. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. I told you. Don't talk back. Just drive the car. Shut your mouth. I know what you are. Don't say nothing. Keep your hands on the wheel. Don't
distort it.
turn around. This is for real. Digging in the dirt. Stay with me, I need support.
Beautiful. See, I mean, such a change here, right?
Digging in
The smooth. I love this chorus.
places I got hurt. Open up the places I got hurt.
Oh, nice little snare riff.
David Rhodes. And the organ here. And you hear the fat bass. I love that.
The more I look, the more I find. As I close on in, I get so blind.
Playing in a couple songs.
I feel it in my head, I feel it in my toes. feel it in my sex. That's the place it goes.
Yeah.
This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. Don't talk back. You drive the car.
I was driving a car at this time, man. First time I heard this song.
I know what you are. Don't say nothing. Keep your hands on the wheel. Don't turn around. This is for real.
Just smooth it out, right?
Get in the dirt.
Yeah.
Stay with me. I need support. I'm digging in the dirt to find the places I got hurt. Open up places I got hurt.
I love all the harmonies that are in there.
I'm digging in the dirt. Stay with me, I need support. I'm digging in the dirt. Find the places I got hurt. To open up places I got hurt.
Nice little analog feel there.
Yeah.
Digging in the dirt. Find the places we got hurt. Digging in the dirt. Find the places we got hurt. Digging in the dirt. Find the places we got hurt. Digging in the dirt. Find the places
What a
we
great.
got hurt.
I don't know, man. I can't believe this was the first single on this album. This is such a cool song. To me, it's the coolest. I don't know. I mean, coolest like could be a single on the.
Well, the whole transitions
So I'm glad it
between the
was.
sections I thought were just badass on that.
Yeah.
So this is his Excellent Birds. No,
14.
This is
14 black paintings. It's his art song
Yeah.
on the album, right? It's the
right.
where he's actually looking at art, I think, and writing about the experience of looking at these paintings. I think.
It's,
sure
it
what
is
paintings he's
well.
looking at.
You know, we just did Passion before this album, and this sounds like a
Yeah,
song.
well,
this sounds like a
that-
song off of Passion.
Exactly,
Yeah.
sure does. That duduk or that whatever that Egyptian reed, beautiful.
That kind
This-
of percussion. Yeah.
Chord progression. This guy, you're right. This totally does sound like Passion. Passion.
Which
You know, I
was the
think I wanna
soundtrack
listen
for
to-
Passion of the Christ. But go ahead. Anyway.
Yeah, I think I want to listen to that on my hits, but I also want to listen to Passion Sources, which is, Passion is his album, his original creations with like the world kind of, it was about the Passion of Christ, right?
Right.
The soundtrack to the Last Temptation of Christ.
Right.
But then he did an album, a follow-up that was Passion Sources, which was kind of the inspiration for a lot of that music
Oh.
from world artists, compilation. Cool album.
So what
Cool
are these paintings? Do you know anything about them?
I don't. I've heard. I read conflicting stories. One that was a Rothko gallery in Houston, but apparently the Rothko gallery is. This one person I read about who said that how could anybody be inspired by that gallery? It was pretty scathing. And then there was another that was, I think it was an African artist, but it was just something that somebody saw at one time online, I think, and now it's gone. I didn't dig too much, but the lyrics are interesting.
Yeah. From the pain come the dream come the vision, the vision come the people. people come to power. From this power come to change. Everything seems pretty appropriate for nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very populist message there.
Right.
You know, let's take our dreams, take our pain, turn them to dreams, take our dreams, turn them into visions. Visions shared by people. People give the power, and then power. Let's change the world, you know?
Right. I do like this part. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this song's pretty trippy, man. I mean, it's a mood, man. All those drummers in the background.
The vocals in the background is definitely a passion thing.
It's hard to hear anything. I think there's a talking drum in there.
Yeah. It's very talkative. That's some badass
downright
talking.
singing.
It is.
That's a singing drum. Yeah, cool atmosphere. Oh, John Paul Jones plays surdo, which is the Brazilian bass drum, and bass and keyboards on that. So
Of course he does.
you know, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, the Led Zeppelin do it all.
I mean, you know, one of the footnotes, you know, John Paul Jones. Oh yeah, he plays on one song.
well, you know, I missed it.
way.
Eno played on the second track. I missed that a while ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that totally.
This
Okay,
song.
now Kiss That Frog's a cool groove.
got
Cool
the
groove.
good
I love the
parts
drum
and the
sounds.
good parts. I love the way it starts.
Is he croaking there? Like,
Yeah.
like a frog or something? Where's the downbeat though?
Jump in the water,
6, 7, 8, 1.
sweet little princess.
Where's the
Let
snare? Is
me
the snare on the
introduce
back beat or
this
is that on the like
frogmas.
up beat?
Yep.
You alone can get him singing. He's all puffed up, wanna be your king.
It's a cool groove. I just don't get it.
Oh, you can do it. Come on,
That
come
helps
on,
me
come on, come on, come on,
Like
come
it.
on, come
If
on.
I can't get it, I'm like,
Kiss that frog.
I'm like intrigued by it, you know?
Splash, dash, heard your call. Bring you back your golden ball.
Yeah. I never could find any history on
He's
who
gonna
this.
dive down in the deep
who
end.
this is about,
He's gonna
what
be
this is
just
about.
like your best friend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the old classic fable.
Kiss the toad and he turns into a prince. Yeah, Prince Charming.
He's wanting it so much. I swear that this is royal blood running through my skin.
Can you see the state of
Oh, can you
I'm a
see the
frog,
state
but I'm
I'm
really a
in?
prince.
Kissing bitter,
Come on, honey, kiss me and turn me into a prince.
kissing bitter.
Kiss it better. You're not kissing me good enough. Yeah, so if you count it 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1.
Get
The snare's on
into your
4.
Yeah.
head. He's living with you, he sleeps in your bed. Can't you hear beyond the croaking? Don't you know that I'm not joking?
He sleeps in your bed.
Ah, you think you won't? I think you will. Don't you know that this tongue can kill you?
It's Donkey Kill.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Lady, kiss that frog. Let him sit beside inside you. Eat right off your plate.
Now it sounds like the snare's on 3.
Be afraid. There's nothing here to hate. Princess, you might like it if you lower your defense.
I mean, that's what I hear.
You will kill your brains. Kill your brains.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's being cynical, if he's playing the part
I think
of
he's
the
being
song.
funny.
He's being funny.
I think he's having fun.
Yeah.
Sailing out
That's what he's doing. The drummer's changing
Turning it around.
now the snare's on 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No wonder I didn't get it. It's like, he's not playing on the backbeat.
That Manu doing all that?
Sounds like 3 or 4 women and a couple of men. I don't know. Come on, baby, get over it. Come on, baby, get over it. Come on, baby, get over it.
The Azido Pan-African Dance Ensemble is additional percussion
Badass.
loop. So I bet there's a lot of programming. I think there's Richard Blair was involved in the programming of this one, and they just had fun over the
David
top of
Bottrill and
it. Did all that switching around.
Yeah.
It was just a
I guess so. Maybe.
blast.
So there wasn't a drummer. There wasn't a drummer.
Manu's not giving
Manu
credit.
Katché is-
No, Manu's not giving credit
Ah,
on that.
interesting. Yeah, he's not giving credit for a couple of songs.
Yeah.
I guess maybe 14 Black Paintings or something.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So Manu Katché, one of the coolest drum man, one of the coolest dudes to watch live.
But he is giving credit to play drums on this song.
This is a super cool song.
This is a great closing song. It's one of the
It
neatest
is.
closing pieces.
Classic Peter that kind of builds drama in it. It's just beautiful melodies. And he had a Secret World tour. Right? It was a huge tour. And
I did
video,
I did see that. I saw that too.
I think I saw that tour. Did we see it together?
No.
Maybe not. But
I went on my own. In fact, yeah, there was a black girl that sat in about 4 seats from me. It was her date did not like this show at all, and she was up dancing. We were just like going.
sweet. Awesome.
Behind the face.
Was this a round stage, the tour?
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah.
But with they had a path from it to
Heading out
another
into
stage.
the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Secret world, we were colliding. All the places we were hiding, love.
what was it we were thinking of?
What was it we were thinking of?
So, is this a secret world between lovers, or is it a secret world that we keep from our lovers? Maybe a little of both.
So I watch you wash your hair.
No, I think it's between lovers. I think it's a collective secret.
Underwater, unaware.
I think mostly, but I think maybe there's illusions there too. That you're
Well-
also hiding a little bit.
Yeah.
Plane flying
passage in
maybe
his little meetings. Right.
Yeah, sure.
Did you think you didn't have to choose it? I alone could win or lose it. In all the places we were hiding off.
It's such a natural melody and songwriter.
Yeah.
We were thinking of.
Yeah, this is the easiest song on the album. It's the easiest.
And it gets more involved
Yeah.
after this next verse.
Yeah, this is my 100 rating song.
It is a cool song. It's a classic Peter Gabriel closer. His closers,
Right.
man, are just
You put out and I received.
and I receive
This is the,
selfish, right? I'm just
right. This is the kind of song live I'd probably be crying. I think I was.
We were colliding in all the places we were hiding.
saying in all the places we were hiding. What is it we're thinking? I'm thinking that part might be why am I hiding from you? You know? Here we go. Tony Levin.
Other wheels turn.
Yeah. From here to the end is just like cool.
The stairway stand.
I love that.
Yeah.
Without guilt and no shame, no sorrow or blame. Whatever it is, we are all the same.
Yeah, cool.
Making it up in our secret world. Making it up in our secret world.
Yeah. Cool song to just jam on, you know?
Making it up in our secret world. Shaking it up. Breaking it up.
And this isn't live where the bass is just like thundering the whole building, you know?
In our secret world. Seeing things.
This is where he's sitting down behind his Yamaha Grand,
Yep.
right?
On a wing, on a prayer. In this state of disrepair.
It's a fine line, man, emotionally.
Yeah.
On this whole album.
Wayside, in our secret world, we were colliding. In all the places we were hiding love. What was it we were thinking of?
I just love how tag right here at the end. And then Tony Levin just. David Rose. I mean, it's the three dudes. This is Peter and Tony and David right
Yeah.
here. They've been playing together since album one. Every album. They're the three main dudes.
Yep.
Right?
If there's a band, a Peter Gabriel band, that's the Peter Gabriel band, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's changed drummers, he changes keyboard players,
Right.
you know, but Tony always on bass, David always on guitar.
Yep.
Yep. So
I can see why it took
you
him.
know,
I can see why it took him 6 years to do this from So.
Right,
I mean, I know he did
86.
Passion in
Yep.
between, but because it would take
Right.
a long time because So is just so big and up
Oh my
there
God.
and brash, you know, in a
Huge.
way, and
Yeah.
this is just so personal. It would take him
Yep.
6 years to
Yep.
come down off of that and build this studio and yeah. just
Yep. And then
didn't take that much time.
So just like Passion had a kind of follow up with that Passion sources of various artists that were influential on that album, the Passion album. This album has a follow up as well called Plus from Us, which is a whole bunch of these cats that he's playing with on this album doing their own songs that they recorded like with all the other people at Real World. So that's another cool album that we could probably listen to if we're into listening to, compilations of various artists.
Maybe we could do a combo of that and Passion, the Passion sources together, just kind of as an idea, maybe.
Yeah, kind of pick a few of our favorites here and there, because not every song is, they're not Peter Gabriel songs.
Right.
But there's some really cool stuff on there, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Very cool.
Dude, thank you, man. That was fun.
That was fun. So next time, we stay in the same, or go back to the early decade again. The Simple Minds, New Gold Dream.
1982.
Which I love this album. This album was pretty influential on me at the time. Or it was just something different that I'd never heard before. I'll put it that way. I just personally.
Yeah, kind of in the new romantic vein of, maybe Duran Duran and OMD's like third, fourth album. Spandau Ballet,
Yeah, but not.
Of course, kind of in that vein. But
they're still a rock band, really, in a way, the way I kind of see it. But anyway, that'll be then. This is now.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Yep.
He is
Del.
And we are Renjeaux.
And we listen to cool albums. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. We love you.
Bye.